Yo, what's up, guys? How are you doing? What is happening? What is happening? That was a scary dump for a few coins. But as I said yesterday, don't be fearful when it happens. Be prepared, okay? One of my best friends, he had limit orders at 49.50 cents that got triggered. So he was instantly up like 12% on a leverage trade. So that was a great move from him. Is it over yet? It could be. It could be. I mean, you see here how they dumped it instantly. I don't know how long the dump took. This was like, let's say from that point it was 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. In these 5 minutes it dumped from the candle opened at 49.50. It dumped down to 44.7 and immediately got bought back up at 52.5. And this is, I just uploaded a video where I explain accumulation and distribution and how they need liquidity to position themselves when they have a lot of money to influx. Because sometimes there is not a lot of liquidity in the order books. So once there is no liquidity anymore, they need to move the market so that people buy or sell because of fear or because they know that the prices are still going to go up even in the short or midterm and just accumulating more. So this is a perfect example of yesterday. Let's say we dumped here 30%, okay? So if you now are a big institution and you need to put in a lot of money, here you can exactly see how they do it. The market dumps very hard and immediately they buy it back up. So the price, now if you go to the 4 hour, for example, you can see that they basically just scooped up these prices and the price is still in the same range for now than we were since October. Okay, so what does that mean? Now they could accumulate a lot of XRP without moving the price too high or without really changing the price. I mean, if you look at now, let's say you look from this candle here to now, it's like 9%. 9% is, I mean, it's bad, okay? It's 9%, but it's crypto. So everyone should be aware of such moves in crypto, which is not uncommon, okay? So that for the dump, I mean, Bitcoin didn't really dump as much, but you can clearly see now how the look, yesterday I talked about this these fair value gaps on the Bitcoin dominance chart. One of them already got partially filled. So we went into the imbalance and sweep this liquidity here. So this whole imbalance is still open. We didn't close it for 50%. So you need to close an imbalance, 50% of it, for it to be, let's say, cleared and that we can go further or just move on, you know. So but you need to know that usually every imbalance is completely closed. It's like a gap and the gap needs to be closed. So here we should see this being closed. If that doesn't happen, then obviously, look, we have now, in my opinion, it's gonna happen. The question is more, does Bitcoin pumps again and the altcoins stay where they are right now or slowly go up? Or does Bitcoin dump or stays where it is and the altcoins are even dumping harder from here, which would put also the dominance higher on Bitcoin, okay? So I believe here you can't see it, but if you go into the weekly, we have a lot of liquidity here. Okay, we have really a lot of liquidity, which is interesting for the big guys. Okay, so it's not impossible for the dominance to just go fill this week. Okay, and after that, I believe we're gonna see a rollover again, and the alts pumping again, or you see Bitcoin dump and the alts being stable or pumping, which will bring the dominance down. So once the alts pump and Bitcoin stays in a consolidation, in sideways action, or if Bitcoin dumps and the altcoin stays at their prices, the dominance falls. But just being aware of this wick. Look, here we had the same scenario. We had that wick here that needed to be filled, and we filled it, okay? And then it came back down and filled that wick. And it's doing all the time the same thing. So we broke down here, we found the bottom, we closed that imbalance. Here, no, here was an imbalance. We closed that imbalance, and now we are reacting again. So when we go to the Bitcoin chart itself, we also closed some important imbalances, which were here. I don't know if there's some other imbalance getting filled. Yeah, all these imbalances too. So, which was quite important, because you cannot let every imbalance open. We have a lot of imbalance that never got filled. I can give you a few examples. Here's an imbalance that didn't got filled. Here's an imbalance that got filled with this wick. Okay, that imbalance got filled with this move. So here we have imbalances. We have basically imbalances at every big push we had in Bitcoin. Okay, for example, this one got closed with this low here. Okay, this one got closed with this low here. Liquidity got swept of these wicks with that low here. Here, this wick just closed the imbalance here. Okay, an imbalance is just where the price went up or dumped down too fast. Like now here, we have now imbalances here. So before we go down further, I believe we're going to close this imbalance. Okay, and this would give us additional power to go down. Okay, if we go down now, yes, of course, it would be capitulation move. But the problem is, once we go in this box, we have more power now to go down. Okay, so once we are in this box, it is very important to break it to the upside. If we don't break it to the upside, we could see potential down move even further. Okay, which would just be an opportunity to buy more. So let's say it closes a little bit over. I take this wick here because that wick is some kind of important, and I just take a scenario what could happen if we go back into this box. We could see a Bitcoin price at 37k closing all these imbalances. Okay, which would not be that dramatic, but yeah, for people it is dramatic. Look at this big imbalance. So it's not impossible that before the bull run, explosive bull run, we go just quick closing this here and then going back up. Okay, and then you accumulate a lot of power to move it back up. Okay, and it's not impossible, guys. So if it happens, you know it now. Don't be fearful, just buy. Bitcoin is not going to go away. Okay, it's not going to go away. I'm not the biggest fan of Bitcoin, but I mean, it is what it all started. It is what people understand the most and did the most research on it, even if they still don't really understand it. But it's okay. I mean, for me, Bitcoin from the beginning on was just like a beta version of a new financial system that needed to be accepted. And the incentive for it to be accepted was making gains. So basically what they did is they launched Bitcoin, the white paper, and people saw the opportunity. And those who saw the opportunity and took the risk and invested in it were basically the free marketers of that particular new system, which we are, those guys. So they used us by incentivizing us with money. So this they gave us the realization, if you put in money into that there is going to be a price appreciation because of the scarcity, because it is what it is. And basically we talk to everybody about it, to our friends, family, everyone we know. Okay, buy Bitcoin, it's gonna make you a lot of money, the dollar is losing in value, and all these narratives around it. Okay, so we basically made them free promotions. So because money only has value once humans accept that it has value. Once we accept that it has value, it becomes valuable. So before introducing digital currencies, we as humans need to believe that it has value. So incentivizing a small amount of the population and giving them a lot of gains, a lot of wealth with it, was basically, in my opinion, their move to desensitize humans when it comes to digital money, and that it has value. Okay, so now where everybody is screaming for it because they want their portfolios to go up, now they will introduce CBDCs. Because come on guys, who thinks that you can exit a rat race with crypto? This is total bollocks. Okay, it is bollocks. The bank's products, or the bank's product is money. Okay, you cannot control their products, you are using it, and once you are using their product, you are playing their game. If you don't want to play their game, you don't use their money. Look at the paper you have in your wallet. Which name is on it? Which picture is on it? You use it and you know it is not yours. Okay? So they control the money supply, the markets, and everything around money. Okay? And before anyone is breaking their system, they will make sure you have nothing left. This is what's happening. Look at JP Morgan. He talks bad about Bitcoin 3 weeks after he asked for a spot ETF. Okay? So you need to realize that in the groups you are in from crypto projects, in the news you are reading, and all that stuff is just to confuse you and to lead you in the wrong direction. Okay? It is that way and it will never change. For the small minority that is aware of it, they don't care. Okay? Make money, be happy. But for the majority of people, it is a sacrifice. Okay? They will suffer. They will not be able to adapt to it because they were naive all this time. Like someone that comes now to you and talks about how great Bitcoin is and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's existing almost 15 years now. And if you are not rich with Bitcoin, you just were too late. Okay? You were too late. But there are different projects out there where it is not too late. I mean, it's not too late to invest in Bitcoin over the long term. But it's not the kind of chain that is gonna make you rich with, like, let's say even 200-300k. Okay, maybe we see even a 30 or 50x this bull run because of the ETF, because of the institutions coming in. But I mean, I think you understand what I mean when I say that, you know. So if you go into Bitcoin right now, it would need to go to 450,000 per Bitcoin for you to make a 10x. Okay? The idea behind it is great, but a lot of it is a lie. Bitcoin is retraceable. Bitcoins can be sanctioned. It's not easy, but it's possible. You had multiple inflation bugs in Bitcoin where in seconds they minted billions of Bitcoins, where we still don't know where they are, if they are deleted or barred out of existence. Nobody knows it. So it had multiple inflation bugs. 2% of the population owns 92% of all Bitcoins. And those who have the coins, they predict and move and control the market. Okay? The miners and the big hodlers. It's not we. It's over. It's over for us to move the markets. You need small caps to move the markets, not big caps. It's almost impossible from now on to bring this price where retail wants it to go. The price will go where the big guys want it to go. The same with Ethereum. The same with XRP. Once a coin goes over 20, 30, 40 billion dollars, retail, in my opinion, can pump something, but it will not be sustainable, that pump. It will come back down, especially if they want to accumulate during a certain time to get more of it, to control more of the supply, etc., etc. Okay? So, what happened here? Nothing big happened. I mean, yeah, it's a scary move. As this one here, I believe it's just a leverage reset. Let's go check here on CoinGlass. There should be a lot of liquidations. Look, it's, oh my god. Yesterday, we had, or 2 days ago, we had short liquidations of, let's say, $80 million, and in the 24-hour rec, it was like 130 million, I believe. Look what this move just created. $631 million got liquidated, and liquidation means that your whole investment, or even your whole balance, depending on if you did isolated or cross, just is gone. Okay, 630 million. This is why it is extremely difficult and dangerous to trade high leverage in crypto if it's not just like 1 to 5% of your portfolio or of what you own. I mean, you can lose it. It's not that dramatic. But if you do not know what you do and you don't have risk management, this move here wrecked you hard, okay? And you can see it all happened in the last 4 hours, okay? All happened in the last 4 hours. And then you see, once it pumped back up, there is basically in the last hour almost as much shorts liquidated as long liquidations. So for now, we need to wait. We need to wait for the price to give us a direction, up or down, and then you can anticipate the next move. But for now, for example, now you say, oh, we got this big liquidity laying down here and this, and I go short. If the price just goes back up here and you have a 10x leverage, you are liquidated, okay? So it just needs to move a little bit for you to be liquidated. And this is what is extremely dangerous when you are in sideways action. And here on XRP, we are still in sideways action. Here on Ethereum, they got more people liquidated than on Bitcoin. Because, I mean, Bitcoin, people knew it's a little bit overboard. It just went up and stuff. And here, it still was in sideways action. So as long as you don't break that consolidation, the bottom of it is still active. And as you see, we closed this imbalance. We even closed that imbalance here, which was very important. Okay, so nothing happened yet, guys. So we just closed that imbalance. Now we need to see, was this the beginning of a next dump? Or was that just a liquidation to reset leverage? Okay. yeah. Look, it's fascinating because you never know how far it can drop, okay? But it will always react at fair value gaps, which is an imbalance. It's always it's also named a fair value gap, which means that the value of something is now at a fair price to rebuy in this particular case, okay? Because this were during the night, this pump, and this was like a small group of people or individuals pumping the price up. So now all these guys taking profits again, it's nothing else than that those who pumped the price 34% now dump the price 24%, and now they reaccumulate. This is all what happened till now. As long as we don't break on Ethereum, this low is quite important, but it would not mean the end of the world for the short term. But if we break on Quantier, for example, the 100 now, again, this would not be good, okay? This would really not be good and would give us a next down target of these lows here. We have an imbalance here. I personally don't believe that we are going there. Why? Because we stayed since, let's say, July 2022 in this range between 150 and 80. So it didn't do anything basically, okay? So now it just pumped from 85 to 150. I called this multiple times, even to friends. If you bought it up here, congrats. It was obvious, okay? It's a good project. It is in the ISO protocol, and on and on. I mean, do your own research. I don't have a lot of coins in this watch list here, because that's my day trading watch list. And otherwise, yeah, everything is red. 20%, big time, ADA 7%, Solana 7%, Vulcan Forged 7. I mean, these are projects you can scoop up now once they go a little bit down further. Let's say Vulcan Forged, once it breaks 540, if we go down, I mean, this, it doesn't look like the beers are really taking over. It was more looking like a liquidation dump, okay? It was looking very rough on XRP, but we always have these dumps before the pump, okay? Always. Here, we always, and after a pump, as we had here, we always have these quick dumps with liquidity grab. So it does not mean we go back to 30 cents now. It could be. I mean, everything is possible, okay? Last time to 40 cents until we go up and never come back, okay? So just being patient, be ready to buy more once we go down again, and this is what you should focus on. Don't try to think about, oh no, my portfolio just lost as much value and stuff. Just try to think about how great it is to buy more. Maybe an opportunity you would not have gotten if it wouldn't have come down, okay? So a lot of people now, where they saw the whole crypto market going up, they said, oh no, I didn't buy enough, I wanted to buy more, etc., etc. But when the moves occur, they are scared to buy. Okay, so don't do that mistake. Okay, I mean, there's not a lot to say. It's currently quite stable. If something happens, majorly happens, I will come back live. Until then, I wish you good luck, a lot of courage, and you will get this, guys. You will get this. Don't be scared. Accumulate more. Just hold the main idea in head that the money we are using is losing in value all the time, and that it's an opportunity over a long term when prices come down. Because look, If Bitcoin now comes back to 30K, how long do you think it's gonna stay there? Or even here to 25,000? How long? Not long enough for you to cry. So buy. It's everything you need to do. Oh, it's a great price. I bought at 40K. Why shouldn't I buy at 30K and at 25K if you didn't accumulate it back then? Okay? Just think about, nice, now I can go shopping for 30% off. Okay? It's like Black Friday. Use it that way. Think that way. Otherwise you will lose. Otherwise you will be frustrated. And with frustration, you will make the wrong move. This is all I can tell. Let's see what, before we close this, what the Fibonacci extension tool tells us. So we are longly oversold right now on this price action. So it should stabilize around here, holding these lows. Let's see. Once we break those lows, I mean, we will feel that week and that week. So you know, don't be scared. Don't buy up here, okay? Just wait for the break then. It makes no big change if you buy 5% higher. Don't buy in these gaps, okay? Wait for the break. This is all. Wait for the break. It does not change if you miss 5% or 10%. It's for you to not lose your money. Because if you go in here and it dumps 50%, we are at 22K and you lost 50% of your money. If you just wait patiently and we dump 50%, you get 2 times more Bitcoin for the money you have on the side. So this is what you should focus on. I actually didn't even look at my comments. I'm sorry. I don't even know if there is someone writing something in the comments. Let's see. Okay, so for now, keep in mind, when it goes down, try to accumulate with what you have, with what you can invest, no matter what it is. Just try to get in the right shape of mindset when it comes to dumps, okay? The dumps are opportunities. If it doesn't go to zero, it is an opportunity, so use it. Because if you just go into a market when it's pumping, you will always be exit liquidity, as in this case, okay? Everybody that bought the top here, boom, just got liquidated. It's all the time it's the same. The most dangerous to buy Bitcoin was in this move here. If you bought, you made money, okay? Because it was very scary to buy here, because it showed actually the pattern is more of a bearish pattern than a bullish pattern, but still it went up, okay? And it's in the scary moments you need to buy, not when everything looks good. Because if you started to buy here, you were a little bit in loss, profit, loss, profit, a little bit profit, loss. Then yeah, I'm in profit, and everything is got taken away from you again. So never buy the tops. Always wait for these pullbacks. They are gonna be. We will see them often in this bull run. Even in the hyperbolic phase, you can see 30-40% corrections very fast over 1-2 weeks. So get used to it, because this is what makes you strong in these markets, to realize when to buy and when to not touch it, okay? And then I always recommend have long-term bags that you fill up with the profits of the short-term gains, okay? I have bags that I will not touch the next 10-15 years, okay? But for the whole rest, I will sell everything on the top of this bull run and reaccumulate on the bottom of the bear market in 3 years, okay? But there is a bag I'm holding for the long term, and I have my reasons for it. So in the next live, I will try to talk a little bit more about imbalances and Fibonacci tools. which I often use in combination with volume and exponential moving averages. This is basically all I use in every market I trade. I need volume, I need price action, and I need fair value gaps. This is all I need basically. So I mean, I have quite a long track record on the charts. I do this since 2015. Did it a long time without putting any money in it. I just were very exciting about learning it because I believe it's a skill that is needed in a lot of sectors, especially in the banking sector. Okay, I didn't finish my school degree, so I needed to find something which makes me valuable in my own way. And I use my skill because if I go to a bank right now and I want to get a job, I can make them money. I will make them money. A lot more than someone that studied economic degree. Okay? You will never learn how to make money. You will always learn how to make someone else money and behave. And you need you need the minimal information to be productive. And you need as minimal information about the truth to stay productive over a long period of time. If you have the skill to make your proper money, you will not be valuable for a company because they fear to lose you. Okay? So there are two ways. They give you a lot of money because they know who you are, or they will not be interested in you, or will just squeeze out your information. Okay? I had this a lot in my life, that I got basically used by people for my knowledge, and then afterwards they throw me basically away, or I just left because I realized they are not there to help you, they are there to use you. Okay? And trading, technical analysis, and reading charts is a skill that not a lot of people have, because 90% of people hear that technical analysis don't work, that it's fundamental analysis that move the market, which is not false. But how do you want to prepare for a move if you can't read the chart? It's impossible. It's just like, oh, we have a good price now, we buy, we wait for 1 year. This is how very rich people do it. They don't really need the best entry or be very, very precise in what they do. But if you are, let's say, autodidact, like you are self-learner and you learned it by yourself on the internet from mentorship and stuff, you need to know everything that a bank does in an investment sector. Like you need to understand risk management. You need to use risk management properly. You need to understand yourself, your psychology. You need to understand news and data when it comes out. What it will do with the market. You need to be an executor. You need to know where to place your entry precisely to not get caught from manipulation moves. So all these different things have different sectors in a bank. So you have the risk management department, you have the execution department, you have the analytic department, you have the investment controlling department. And the thing is that if you are a trader, a retail trader, you need to learn this all by yourself. Okay? It's not just, if you just can execute, doesn't mean you have a great entry. Okay? If you can just do technical analysis, will not mean that you can anticipate the next fundamental move that is coming. So you need to get the grasp of everything and connecting everything together, combined with your own personality. Okay? Everyone is able to read the charts, but not everyone is able to understand themselves or is able to go through that suffering of understanding who they are. Okay? It's a lonely and hard journey, okay? But if you just stick to it and you love it and you like it and you see the benefit of succeeding in it, just go for it. It's something you can do a part of your work. I mean, it's a lot harder, but at least you have liquidity to try, okay? So if you want to connect with me, I will link my Twitter account, my Instagram account, and over the next 5-10 years, I will build my own community when it comes to charts, finances, investments, and mindset. Because the mindset is what sets you to invest. If you don't fall into or if you don't run into the right person, you will not be able to risk your money. You will not be able to, if you risk your money, to be patient enough, okay? Because everyone wants this quick money, and it will, in most cases, never happen like that. You will first of all lose money before you make money. And this is the process you need to be willing to go through. If not, what defines that you are actually really that the money you made, you own it? Because you can have luck in life, okay? But I always say, if it's not prepared luck, it is the devil giving you something to take it away, to see who you really are. Because once your ego dies, you see who you are, okay? Everyone will have this on their journey. Your ego needs to die. Everything you know, everything you see, your perception, everything needs to change, okay? Maybe you already did that process, but if not, just be aware of that. Because if you are not, and you don't have someone telling you this that I'm telling you now, you will not prevail. You will not go through that. Because the majority of people that don't believe in what you believe are just satisfied when they see you struggling, failing. Because it gives them a sense of security. It gives them a sense of they are right in what they told you. And it's your own mission to prove yourself, not to them, but to yourself, that you can do it. People put their boundaries on you. But what they actually do is they look at their own mirror. Okay? And if you don't want to leave their mirror, do what your mind tells you. God gives you this vision, not to everyone. He gives you this particular vision of what is possible for you if you are ready to make the sacrifice, if you are ready to go to the journey of finding yourself, who you truly are. And once you get to that level, once you combine all your skills in the charts and who you are and everything combined, okay, your mind will be programmed that way that you, after 5-10 years, don't really need a lot of work to make money. You just see what's happening and your mind is programmed to understand where it goes, okay? In the case of trading now. Because everything you do in life and who you are reflects on all the sectors in your life. Your food you eat, your information you get, your circumstances you are living through, your circle you are hanging out with. You are basically just the average of everything around you. If the average you are isn't good enough, you need to realize what is manipulating you in being that person, okay? And this is the first way out. I had a lot of people that I opened their eyes, but at that time I didn't realize what it would do with them, okay? But I have a lot of friends suffering because of what they see now. Okay? Having an awakening in this life is nothing to brag about, because once it happens, you will struggle. Okay? And it's more like, how do I say that? It's more like something you experience to give it to other people so they don't have to experience it, you know? For example, for me, if I just make money behind the charts, I am not providing or giving back to someone. I'm just doing it for myself. But if I come to YouTube and I try to give you what my mind, or what moves my mind and moves me inside, maybe there is something that will help you to overcome something, okay? Or to get better, or to get more aware, okay? But I am very aware today that one single word can change a person's entire reality. And in that moment, they will suffer, okay? And it is important to find people in that particular time that go through the same shit, okay? And then try to find a way out. This is all, okay? What happened right now in the market didn't scare me a single second, okay? I was sitting here when it dumped, and I was like, oh, okay, it's happening now, okay? Because I talked about it all these days. I said, yes, we can go higher, but I also told you that we can get this rejection, and that if we don't close the weekly candle above these highs, that there is a big chance that we come back down. And this is what happened, okay? So I wish you all a great day. If something major happens in the market, I will be back live. And I appreciate for the viewers that are still watching. I would appreciate if you interact more in the chat, so we can have an interactive conversation, and I really can provide you concrete answers to questions, because it's not that easy to just talk and talk and talk about what I want. I want to talk about things that you want to understand, things that you are struggling with, okay? So interact. If it's not now, it's okay. I will be live in the next few hours, or tomorrow, or after tomorrow. So I hope you have a great day. I wish you a lot of courage. I hope you get good entry prices in the next days. And yes, let's enjoy these next 1-2 years that are coming, because we're gonna make a lot of money. And don't forget that. Don't forget that. Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate until we go to all-time highs. Okay, guys? See you. Bye.